My angels, story time. And are you ready? We are in session. You are in the space, my love. So I hope you're having a good day. This is the last day of 2025 when I'm recording it. I don't know when you're watching it, but what a year. Holy moly, right? Okay, so you guys know that I am a hardcore meditator. Like, I've been meditating for 25 years, and there have been moments where I have gone into full blown visions. There's been non eventful, obviously, meditations. I've been in trances at different times. Like, I have always, since I was little, had been wired for revelation, and my mind just goes into an open heaven. Okay. And this morning, unexpectedly, I had a very powerful, I would say it was somewhere between a vision and a trance, because it felt embodied. I felt myself in this room that I'm about to read to you. Um, this experience, because it wasn't just for me, and I could feel that as I was in the moment. The spirit started talking to me about us not seeing things how heaven sees it, right? And just a real gift. In fact, I then had to go out on this walk. You'll see why. And I would invite you to do the same after you hear this. If you find yourself needing some fresh air, I wouldn't be surprised if you do. But I was out on this walk, and I thought, if I could give the people that watch my channel or follow a gift, a late Christmas gift, an early 2026 gift, it would be that you could see pain in a completely different way. Now, don't worry. This is not a heavy entry about pain. This is actually the opposite. This was like the spirit coming in and just lifting so much weight off my shoulders and just saying, guess how I'm setting you up for 2026? Guess what we're about to do? Like, so hopeful, so light. But I did have some tears. So I'm going to hopefully get through this. This is the kind of episode where you may want to, if you can, just get yourself into a very calm, still place in your mind. If you can, in a chair or whatever, do it. But I just hope you can receive it. And I'm going to do something with this later, because this needs to be like a meditation or something of its own accord. Okay, I'm taking it straight out of my journal. So it's going to sound a bit random. I didn't have time to do anything else, but so I'm just going to jump in. God had actually been talking to me about how, like when you're trying to get healthy, and let's say you've been eating a lot of crap, and you start eating good stuff, and you start taking out sugar, and there's like this thing that happens. Your taste buds regenerate, right? And after a while, the good stuff tastes really good, and you start to crave it, and the other stuff, when you have it, it's like almost shocking, alarming. And the power in that is that it's really just about practice. And he was speaking in those terms to me about, he said, what you're actually desiring, what's good for you now. Our desires are merging in such a powerful way. Like, what is good for you actually tastes good to you now as well. You're not resisting it. So there's no satisfaction in your taste, like in your tongue, for fake stuff anymore. So I just want to start by telling you guys that that is a word for somebody, that you have been doing this work, and it's almost like, if it's a little dry, or is it a little mundane or monotonous, I don't know, but something's happening in your spiritual cellular structure that you will start to crave what is good for you, what is right for you, right? What is sacred. And the fake stuff and the disingenuous people around you, and the flavor, right, in media, of the stuff we scroll through, of the it's getting for a reason. So well done. That's exciting, because can I just say, I did a post on this, but it's effort unto effortlessness. the idea is not that it's always hard. We do things, we practice things, we get into routines so that at some moment, not too long, maybe 30 to 60 days, right? It becomes effortless. And then there you are ascending into this beautiful version of yourself, right? So I'm just saying it isn't always hard, right? New things are always hard. Anyways, all right, I'm going to move on. Hope is sitting at the edge, and it either haunts us or invites us in to a huge adventure. Hope is a mirror that you have to walk up to and face. And sometimes when you look in it, you see your failures and disappointment. But as you heal, that changes. Okay? As long as you are my child, you have your Father's blood running through your veins. Love always hopes. It never stops. You cannot kill hope. You can bury hope, but it will move and shake from the grave. Creation groans. Have I not said that? It groans for the sons and daughters to be revealed, but not because the sons and daughters will sustain creation. I sustain all things. But it groans because everything that I have created, including creation, is a prisoner of hope. Hope for heaven to come as reality to earth. Hope for love. You've interpreted so many chapters and events that have unfolded in your life in this way. That didn't work out. I ruined that. I wasn't good enough for that. I failed at that. I wasted those years. I can't do that again. I will never do that again. But these were just your own interpretations of chapters that were written long before you walked them out. Your analysis of events read through the lens of pain and disappointment. These are not heaven's interpretations of your life. Heaven sees and knows that I am the beginning and the end, and I am good, and I am just, and I am your Father, and I am the author and perfecter of your belief system. I'm always working on your behalf, whether it is providing for you lavishly in moments of your life or hemming you in tight in other moments to protect you. I am your Father, and I am always working the chapter for your good. My job is to raise you into being a mature, sovereign queen or king. And whether I decide that a fire needs to burn part of you away because that was not the real you, even if it was painful, even when you thought you wouldn't make it through, I will do what is best for you. Even at times when you were blinded with hate and resentment because the scalpel that was being used felt painful, but it was merciful. I am the great surgeon. Tell me now, my child, even though it ached and you felt awkward in the recovery, did it not turn out for your good? Look back. I bore the pain with you. But you actually can't believe that. You cannot believe that I love and care for you that much. I cannot enjoy any of my children's pain, but I will endure it if it is for their good. I am your Father. I will never stop seeing you as I made you to be. Free, happy, light, wise, strong, steadfast, delightful to me, powerful. My blood runs through your veins. My breath is in your lungs. And yet to me, you are even more than that. You can't imagine that I too wait in expectation to see what you're going to choose next. You can't see that I'm proud of your decisions, even your failures. of the way that you are learning and trying to trust yourself, of the way that you're learning to legislate my kingdom on earth. I'm proud of you. You're trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. I keep releasing creative ideas and watching to see who will catch them and run with them. I'm getting really emotional. Whew. I'm not afraid of time. This is what I heard our beautiful creator say. Okay, listen. Okay. I am not afraid of time. I'm not in a rush. I'm not afraid of any enemies. I have no rival. I have no fear. There are only those who love me and those who hate me. Those who want to be my children and those who take the power that I've put within them and choose to use it apart from me. It does not threaten me or my kingdom, but it does cause me pain. But not pain like you experience. This is where I started to have this deeper revelation. The pain that you understand is connected to fear. Fear of death, fear of loss, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment. This is why you push pain away so quickly. It's why you anesthetize it, why you punish it, because pain scares you. But I have nothing to fear. There's no power equal or greater than me. So pain is something higher. Pain is the holy letting go of something that has come to an end. It's a reverence for the beauty of what was, what it did, the part it played in the bigger story of your life. God, I'm going to really help me. Hang on. Pain is inseparable from love. It is a reflection of you. It is a reflection of the love that you gave and the choices that you made out of your own freedom. It's not regret. Regret is something different. Regret is the pain that comes from having hoped in the first place for a different ending. Pain is the cost you feel for loving. You gave something that you cannot have back in the same form. But remember, pain arises as a friend, helping you let go. Pain is the friend that reminds you to call the doctor because it's time to accept that you cannot do it on your own anymore. Pain is the friend asking you to let go of your strength, of your pride for just a moment. It stands alongside, holding out a robe made of gauze, inviting you that the next best step to take is to come in and accept that you have become a bit weaker in this moment and you need some covering. Pain is the mother who pulls the covers back, gets the ointment out, and asks her child to come and get in bed. Pain is there to call you to yield to rest, to yield to your weakness, so that the Spirit can come and comfort and heal. There is no shame in pain. It is only pride that causes you to resist it. You thought you should have had more, been more, received more. You wanted a cycle to never end, and you feel and your little false God feels that if you had had it your way, it would never have ended. Even if it was worn and weary, even if it was sick and unhealthy, even if it needed to be brought to rest. Death is a mercy, bringing a cycle to an end. That's how heaven sees it. But you don't see that because you connect it with fear. But you were created eternally like your Father. And that is the evidence that death is not supposed to be so scary. Now, death is only a constant reminder. Death is only a constant reminder that you're living in a world in exile still. It's a painful reminder that you're homesick. You are remembering a place where hope and pain were connected to every ending. But death to heaven, it's the promise of new life. It's constant, unending, new life and rebirth. Nothing is ever unaccounted for to heaven. Relationships, the most important thing to humans, they go through many more deaths and rebirths than humans ever realize. They hold on. But the refining of love and one's ability to love better requires the cycles come to an end. I would have loved them more had I only known. I should have done this differently. I would have done this differently. If only. These are the dirges of death, but heaven hears them as songs of love. The pain comes to comfort you graveside, to humble you as you realize your own need for regeneration, your own need to love better. The pain comes to humble you and prepare you for the rebirth that is actually ready to happen in your heart. Sorry, guys. Because the reality of heaven is you are being given a new, fresh start, an opportunity to be the real you. You will be more next time. It's giving you an opportunity to love better the next time. And this is hopeful. This is better. Because you will give more, and therefore you will receive more. You'll receive deeper love next time. More love. But often, as soon as the pain is felt, humans run to kill it, though it is their dearest friend in that moment. Fear usually wins the battle, but it does not win the war. The pain can be quieted, but if not released from the body, it manifests into death inside the body. Like cancer, it creates a disorganization, and it turns to disease. Nothing is unaccounted for under heaven. The disease will be the next invitation or mercy, inviting the human to realize its weakness, its need, and so on it goes. If the human takes pills or sedates the pain in order to cure the disease, rather than healing the heart, death is only prolonged. Better out than in, that is the invitation of pain. Better to release than to possess in sickness. That is the beauty of pain. If pain is the comforting friend, the song of death, then maybe now you understand. Do you understand? It is a comforting friend. It is the song that plays as you put the thing in the ground. Maybe you understand. Maybe you understand that your tears are a sign of hope. The very waters within you that emerge as evidence for heaven to witness that what is being laid to rest was loved. Your tears mark the very spot in creation to water the seed in the ground that must go on. Even if the relationship was full of chaos or hatred and war, even if one tear is shed, heaven will witness that something of value existed in that relationship, in that moment, in that season. Something eternally loving existed within it, and the demand of life is invoked. The law of life is invoked. So, my daughter, I hope on this last day of your year, and I'm saying this to you, So, my friend, on the last day of this year, a cosmic cycle marking the completion of 365 days, full of pain and tears. Not one, but blankets and pillows and tissues, and your hands wiping skin on skin, tears of pain away. I hope that you will see that it's from having loved so very, very much, from experiencing so many people that you loved and that you had to let go. I hope that you will write the ending of this chapter and see it more clearly as heaven does. I'm going to get a light, you guys, because this is just too dark. Okay, sorry guys, I hadn't been noticing how dark it was getting. Is that okay? Oh, I think I needed the break. Anyways, okay. Whew. I hope that you will write the ending of this chapter differently and see it as heaven does, beyond space and time, rather than seeing it through eyes of pride anymore, rather than seeing the injustice of what was done to you, or the confusion, or why something had to end and not carry on. Rather than carrying and keeping all of that pain inside, I hope you let any pain still left invite you into the reflection now of how you and you alone are left standing with those same whispers. If only I could have done this differently. If only I had seen it sooner. If only I had learned to love myself better sooner. Maybe I could have loved them better too. Maybe I wouldn't have lost something. As those deeply painful realizations come and you mourn them, I hope you can see yourself, that you've let that soft robe of gauze, that is the invitation of pain, hold you while you weep, while you mourn, remembering that you are but a creature, little and loved. You are a prisoner of hope. And before I go on, I want you to hear me say how proud of you I am, and I'm proud of you for letting pain comfort you instead of pushing it away this time. Even in those smallest moments, you didn't think you did a very good job. I thought you did. And you have learned one of the greatest lessons of life, to step into the humble cloak of pain and accept the weakness and fragility of your creatureliness. But it's only a moment, because you have learned now not to fear the pain so much, and how beautifully faster you will watch it pass. What I want for you now is to take your last moments in this robe. And when you're ready, and don't rush, I want you to see your new friend, pain, standing up and warming the room up for you. Enough so that you can take this robe off and put it away now. It's time. I want you to see yourself as all of heaven is seeing you. Your skin feels naked and exposed and new because it's fresh and a bit vulnerable. But yes, it's time for you to stand up and leave this room of mourning and grieving, of comfort and protection and transformation. Stand up and go look in the mirror when you're ready. You are more you than before, no? Look again. You are stronger, settled in your skin. You are so beautiful. I want you to hear the sound of hope playing in the distance. Pain has done its part. Death has done its part. Tears have done their part. Rebirth has done its part. all is well. Like a symphony, harmony has woven all of these realities together on your behalf. This is reality. And as an emotional sign of this miraculous process being completed, I've put a seal over your heart. It is a spark of joy, just a little glimmer. It's not a fire, no, but a gleaming spark that will guide you forward. So when you're ready, I want you to fold up the robe and take one last look in the mirror. Gosh, sorry. Normally I give myself a bit more time to process this. I would be sharing it when it's so fresh. I'm processing it with you guys. Okay, hold on. So when you're ready, I want you to fold up the robe and take one last look in the mirror. Put your hands on your face and hold yourself. See your new self. Be proud of yourself. You have learned to love yourself as I have commanded you. Then put your hands over your heart and feel the spark of joy. Feel what is sealed and what has closed this experience and this cycle. And then I want you to look next to the door on your way out. There's a new robe for you there, and it is made of linen and gold. Don't worry, it will fit perfectly. The linen is breathable because I know you need to be free. But it is enduring like your soul, which has experienced so much. I'm not going to get through this, no way. Heaven has economized all of the mysteries of your life, and it's made it fresh and ready for all that is coming ahead. But the small gold thread that's shining and running through this garment was taken from all of the pain of your past. Some was taken from your old garment, and it is a token to your past. I want you to wear it proudly, woven through. Too many think that I want you to forget your past or forget the pain, but again, you're not seeing it correctly because it is no longer something to be feared. It's no longer something to run from or hide from. We have reconciled all of the pain into the most beautiful, valuable part of this garment. It's comprised of all your teachers, all of the lessons, all of your successes and your failures. It is the story of your life. Alchemized in the eternal fire of love. Wear it with pride. Wear it with true love. Because nothing eternal is lost in the end. Everything under heaven is accounted for. Breathe. Breathe. This is beautiful. It's nothing but beautiful and true. For me and for you. For us. When you're ready, I want you to put it on. I want you to tie the belt. And I want you to get ready for what's outside. Because the fresh air will feel so good on your face. It will fill your lungs. When you step out, I want you to feel the ground beneath your feet holding you up and the gentle wind on your cheeks. There's my daughter. There's my son. There you are. And here I am. And then I just heard him say, "Are you ready? You ready to see what's next? Let's go." Okay. All right. That's really fresh. Okay, I think to finish, as I collect myself, I would say that the important thing that I think we need to remember is that we're not going to have that day where we wake up and we go, "Oh, I'm pain-free," or, "Oh, I'm just completely healed," or, "Oh, look, I'm without any fear. Look," right? What is possible if we're not wasting so much energy on compartmentalizing and controlling pain? Think of how much of our time is spent trying to manage pain. All right, my loves. It is just time to go have a lie down. Okay. I can't even imagine if I have to edit this video and then I have to I'm gonna cry again probably. Oy! They're good tears though. I saw tears in such a different way after that. My gosh. I love you, my angels. Here's to 2026. Thank you for joining me on this channel, and here's to all that we're going to do in 2026, because let me just tell you that this channel is going to be a place of transformation. In me first, always here first, and then I'm going to give you guys everything I get, because I'm not going to let you or me get stuck. We're too amazing for that. I love you to death and back to life, rebirth. I love you, my angels. Oh, Peacock says Happy New Year too.